Every morning, Mr. Gerald, 68 years old, carefully peeled guava, sliced watermelon, and arranged the fresh fruit on a plate. He said, "I don't eat anything bad. No sausages, no pastries, just fresh fruit. Isn't that good?" Yet, just in recent months, he began to feel strange. Walking a lap around the park, his legs felt tired. Climbing a few flights of stairs, he felt dizzy. Sitting for a long time, standing up was slow. He had to hold on to something. No pain, no illness. But his body just kept getting weaker, even though he still ate very healthily. This isn't just Mr. Gerald's story. It's a silent reality happening to millions of people over 60. Those who believe that eating fruit regularly is enough, but don't know that just a few types of fruit, if consumed incorrectly, can contribute to muscle loss, slow recovery, and loss of vitality. And that's why you need to watch this entire video, because what seems healthy may be silently causing your body to wither. Dear friends, if Mr. Gerald is your father, your husband, or if you yourself are quietly noticing your body getting weaker even though you eat moderately, then this video is for you. This is specifically for those who are passing through their 50s and 60s and want to live healthy, live actively. Here, we don't use the word old to scare anyone. We only share things that help your body recover, little by little, in a natural, easy to understand and gentle way. If you care about your health, or the health of your loved ones, please stay with us until the end of this video, because perhaps just one suitable fruit each day is enough to keep your legs steady and your mind always clear. There's something many people don't realize. After age 60, even if you eat fully, protein from food doesn't always reach the right place, that is, muscle tissue. The reason isn't the main dish, but the fact that blood doesn't circulate strongly enough to deliver nutrients to the smallest muscle fibers. And that's why a small fruit, often considered a minor herb, carries a very important role: padron peppers, the first fruit we will talk about today. Strangely enough, this isn't a heavily advertised superfood. Padron peppers, a type of small, mild green Spanish pepper with a slightly peppery taste, carry within them a silent power that not many people know about. The key lies in two precious substances within them: natural vitamin C and capsaicin. You've probably heard a lot about vitamin C. It helps boost immunity and fight aging, but few mention that vitamin C is a mandatory ingredient for creating collagen, the biological glue that binds muscle bundles, tendons, and ligaments. After age 60, the body produces collagen more slowly. Muscle fibers easily become thinner and more fibrous. Lack of vitamin C means a lack of foundation for a strong musculoskeletal system. As for capsaicin, although not as spicy as in red chili peppers, it plays an unexpected role. It stimulates blood circulation, helping oxygen and nutrients move faster to muscle tissue. It's like watering a garden. If the soil is compacted and water doesn't penetrate, the plants will gradually wither. Capsaicin is the path opener, allowing blood to reach the very ends of the smallest muscle fibers. A study from the FDA shows that just 100 grams of padron peppers, about 5 to 6 p. And the special thing is, it doesn't need to be spicy, doesn't need to be juiced, and doesn't need complicated cooking. Just lightly stir-fry with olive oil, add a pinch of turmeric powder. You have a simple side dish, but it significantly supports muscle recovery if maintained 2 to 3 times per week. If you've ever felt your legs tired at the end of the day or occasionally experienced mild cramps while sleeping, perhaps your body is speaking up. And padron peppers, though small, are a gentle but effective response. But padron peppers, as I said, are just a gentle initial step, helping blood circulate better, like a guide. And now, we will move on to a sweet, easy-to-eat, easy-to-find fruit that has the ability to create a biological protective layer for muscles, helping each muscle fiber resist damage and recover effectively after age 60. Smooth skin, slightly sweet taste, hiding the power to fight muscle aging. That is, red grapes. In the natural world, there are fruits that seem like just dessert, but are silently playing the role of a gatekeeper for muscle tissue health. Red grapes are a prime example. Few people know that beneath that smooth skin is the presence of resveratrol, an extremely powerful plant compound, mainly concentrated in the skin and seeds of red grapes, almost non-existent in green or seedless grapes. Resveratrol has a deep antioxidant capacity, meaning it protects muscle cells from damage caused by oxidative stress, the silent rusting process that occurs every day in the bodies of older adults. In other words, it's like a biological armor, helping muscle fibers avoid being worn down, contracted, or degenerated prematurely. Besides that, red grapes are also rich in flavonoids, a group of plant compounds with the ability to reduce chronic inflammation in muscle tissue. Silent inflammation is the hidden culprit that causes the body to recover slowly, legs to weaken day by day, even without a specific illness. A study by the U.S. National Institutes of Health, NIH, shows that older adults who eat red grapes regularly can slow down muscle loss by up to 20%, thanks to their ability to improve mitochondrial function, the energy-producing centers within muscle cells. And the good news is, you don't need to eat a lot. Just 1 cup of red grapes per day, approximately 200 grams, is enough to make a difference. You should eat the skin, and if possible, the seeds as well. Because grape seeds are where resveratrol is most concentrated. If you can't chew them, you can blend them into a smoothie to retain all the nutrients. An interesting suggestion: combine red grapes with walnuts and goat cheese in a light salad. The mild sweetness, a bit of fat, and the crunch from the nuts will make the meal not only delicious, but also friendly to muscle tissue, the cardiovascular system, and circulation. For people over 60, this is a simple, easy-to-maintain way that brings profound effects, protecting muscles, reducing inflammation, and maintaining strength from within. Red grapes, with their seemingly delicate skin, help create a robust shield around muscle cells. But if you're looking for a fruit with a stronger anti-inflammatory effect, especially beneficial for those who often experience muscle fatigue and joint pain after light exercise, then the next fruit will truly surprise you. It's not on the sparkling shelves of the supermarket, not as famous as apples or bananas, but among anti-aging nutrition experts, it's likened to a hidden gem in the deep forest. Rustic, unassuming, but with remarkable restorative power for muscle tissue. Its name is arbutus berry, also known as the Pacific madrone berry. Arbutus berries grow mainly in temperate climates along the west coast of the United States, from southern Oregon to the coastal mountains of California. The berries are small, a vibrant reddish-orange, with a slightly bumpy skin like lychees, and soft flesh inside with a subtly sweet and slightly astringent flavor. It is this imperfection that often causes it to be overlooked, but that is also what makes it more valuable than ever. Researchers have discovered that arbutus berries contain a rare combination of flavonoids, tannins, and very high levels of vitamin C, particularly effective in combating silent inflammation within muscle tissue. After age 60, low-grade chronic inflammation occurs in many people without obvious symptoms. You don't have a fever or swelling, but you still feel weak legs, tired thighs, and don't want to stand for long. The reason? Silent inflammation has thinned and reduced the elasticity of muscle fibers, like a rope gradually fraying over the years. Arbutus berries slow down this process in 3 ways. Flavonoids increase blood flow to muscle tissue, nourishing weakened areas. Vitamin C helps synthesize collagen, maintaining the flexibility and tension of muscle fibers and ligaments. Natural tannins protect cells from the breakdown process, like a shield against daily wear and tear. A study in the U.S. showed that just 100 grams of arbutus berries, about 4 to 5 berries, can provide twice the amount of vitamin C as a large orange. This is especially significant for older adults, as the ability to absorb vitamin C from the intestines has significantly decreased. These wild berries can be eaten raw, made into sugar-free jam, or blended into a smoothie with yogurt and a few slices of fresh ginger, creating a light but profound drink that supports muscle recovery after walking, gardening, or simply after an unusually tiring morning. Although not easy to find in every supermarket, if you live near an area with farmers markets or have encountered this fruit in a local garden, don't miss it. Because for the body after 60, just one right choice, no matter how small, is a step towards regaining strength that has gradually been lost over time. Arbutus berries are a humble gift from the forest, but they carry a silent regenerative power for muscles. However, if you're looking for a fruit that not only helps protect but also has the ability to actively stimulate muscle synthesis, then the next fruit may change your entire perspective on a food once considered exotic. Let's continue with a fruit very common in Eastern medicine and is gradually being rediscovered by Western science as a powerful natural solution for people experiencing age-related muscle loss. Its name is loquat, also known as the Japanese plum. If you've ever visited Asian food stores or gardens in the southern United States, you may have seen this small fruit, yellow-orange, with slightly wrinkled skin, soft, juicy flesh, often growing in clusters. Outwardly, there's nothing particularly special, but the special thing lies within. Loquat contains a compound that very few fruits have, ursolic acid, considered by researchers as a natural muscle regeneration switch for older adults. Ursolic acid has the ability to activate genes related to muscle protein synthesis while inhibiting genes that cause muscle tissue breakdown, helping to slow down muscle loss even if you don't exercise too much. This is especially important for the elderly when mobility and exercise become more limited. But that's not all. Loquat is also very rich in potassium, carotenoids, and soluble fiber, nutrients that help reduce cramps, stabilize blood pressure, fight inflammation, and help the intestines absorb nutrients better, all of which are the foundation for nourishing weakened muscle groups. According to a study published by the American Heart Association, regular use of ursolic acid can help reduce the risk of muscle loss by up to 30%, especially in women over 60. What's valuable about Loquat is that it doesn't act alone like a miracle drug, but rather like a harmonious catalyst in daily meals. It doesn't make your body spring up immediately after one use, but if maintained regularly for a few weeks or months, you will feel the change. One of the first things many older adults notice after adding Loquat to their diet is a feeling of less thigh fatigue and lighter legs at the end of the day. No longer the feeling of having to drag themselves along or having shaky legs after standing for a long time. The reason is that the small muscle groups around the knees, hips, and feet begin to receive enough protein and blood supply again, thanks to the combination of fiber, potassium, and ursolic acid in this fruit. Another less mentioned but very important aspect is the effect of Loquat on the neuromuscular system. Along with carotenoids and natural antioxidants, this fruit helps reduce oxidative stress on peripheral nerve cells, supporting smoother signal transmission from the brain to the leg muscles. What is the result? Faster reflexes, reduced instances of feeling unsteady when standing up, or suddenly feeling stuck while walking. Loquat is also very suitable for people with blood sugar disorders or those following an anti-inflammatory diet. The reason is that the glycemic index, GI, of Loquat is quite low, while it still provides soluble fiber in the form of pectin, which helps slow down glucose absorption and stabilize insulin after meals. For people with type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome, this is a big plus because it not only avoids excess sugar but also helps protect muscles from the negative effects of fluctuating blood sugar levels. Another interesting fact is that Loquat leaves, often discarded, are also being studied for their anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties and can be brewed into tea or cooked with detoxifying dishes. If you've ever experienced the feeling of arm muscles getting tired after a short time gardening, legs feeling weak quickly when taking your grandchildren out, or after a meal, just wanting to lie down because you feel drained, then perhaps your body isn't lacking protein, but is lacking the ability to convert protein into muscle. And Loquat, with its ursolic acid and a range of supporting micronutrients, helps unlock that ability again. Just 2 to 3 ripe Loquats per day, pitted, eaten in the afternoon or after a light meal. Their mild, slightly tart sweetness makes them an ideal dessert, a great substitute for pastries or sugary canned fruits. Want to increase effectiveness? You can soak Loquat with chia seeds overnight, or lightly steam it with a few slices of ginger. And if you consume it with a little avocado or extra virgin olive oil, the absorption of antioxidant nutrients will increase significantly. Loquat may be an unfamiliar choice for many people, but the benefits it brings to muscle health are undeniable. However, not everyone has the opportunity to find this fruit every day. So what about simpler, more familiar things, often found in the kitchen cabinet, but which turn out to carry a silent power to help restore muscle tissue, support muscle contraction, and combat fatigue after light exercise? Let's look back at the fruit once considered just a natural laxative, but which is now being reevaluated by science as a silent hero for muscles: prunes. Many people, when they hear about prunes, immediately think of one thing: good for digestion. That's true, but not enough, because hidden behind their mild sweetness and chewy texture, prunes carry a perfect combination of potassium, anti-inflammatory compounds, and vitamins, creating a solid shield for the musculoskeletal system, especially in older adults. Let's start with potassium, an important mineral in the process of muscle contraction, nerve signal transmission, and maintaining electrolyte balance in muscle tissue. After age 60, the body begins to lose its ability to regulate potassium, which explains why many people often experience cramps, leg fatigue, or a feeling of being drained after light exercise. And with just 100 grams of prunes, equivalent to 5 to 6 pieces, you receive up to 732 milligrams of potassium, according to data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture (USDA). A truly impressive number, especially for those who have difficulty eating vegetables regularly or are on a low-sodium diet for blood pressure reasons. Not stopping there, prunes also contain phenolic compounds, a form of powerful antioxidants that can reduce chronic inflammation in muscle tissue, the silent culprit behind gradual muscle loss in older adults without them even realizing it. A study from Tufts University, USA, shows that just 3 to 4 prunes per day, regularly for 6 weeks, can significantly improve muscle recovery indicators, increase endurance and mobility in people over 60. In addition, prunes are also one of the few dried fruits that contain natural vitamin K, which helps maintain bone density and reduces the risk of hip fractures, the most vulnerable area in falls. The wonderful thing is, prunes are very easy to incorporate into your daily diet. No complicated cooking is needed. You can chop them finely and mix them into your morning oatmeal. Blend them with almond milk and chia seeds to make a recovery smoothie after walking. Mix them with unsweetened Greek yogurt as a late-day snack. If you want to support digestion alongside your muscles, you can try soaking prunes in filtered water overnight and then drinking the water and eating the fruit the next morning. The natural sweetness of prunes helps trick sweet cravings, while not raising blood sugar too quickly thanks to their high soluble fiber content, a great plus for people with prediabetes or those following a blood sugar controlled diet. Simple yet effective, prunes are an ideal choice for those who want to improve their muscles without having to look far. But if you're looking for a more powerful antioxidant fruit, especially for those who are not only weak but also forgetful and prone to imbalance, then the next fruit might be a pleasant surprise. Small, deep purple, growing wild along the forest but capable of slowing down muscle loss by up to 25%. They're not just a snack, but a comprehensive natural solution for muscles, memory, and motor coordination. Their name is wild blackberries. If you've ever seen wild blackberries growing on hillsides or displayed in fresh fruit stalls in the summer, then you've come into contact with one of the most anthocyanin-rich fruits in nature. Anthocyanin is the compound that creates the deep purple color, but it is also the most powerful antioxidant that helps protect muscle cells from premature degeneration. Why is this important? After age 60, each muscle cell works more slowly. Blood flow decreases. Mitochondria, the energy factories of muscles, experience oxidative stress, leading to rapid fatigue, reduced endurance, and loss of elasticity. Blackberries, thanks to anthocyanins, scavenge free radicals, support muscle tissue recovery, and help blood flow well to peripheral muscle areas, especially in the hips, knees, and calves. A study from the U.S. National Institute on Aging shows that just 100 grams of blackberries per day, about 10 to 15 berries, can slow down muscle breakdown by up to 25% in people aged 65 and older. Not only that, anthocyanins also have a significant effect on memory and motor coordination, extremely important factors for avoiding falls, reacting quickly when changing positions, or simply keeping the mind alert. Unlike loquats or arbutus berries, blackberries are easier to find, especially in the summer or at organic food stores and local farmers markets. There are many ways to use them. Eat them fresh as an afternoon snack. Add them to morning oatmeal with a little flaxseed. Blend them with spinach, almond milk, and chia seeds, creating a smoothie that supports muscles and brain function. Or freeze them and drop a few into a glass of sugar-free soda with a slice of lemon, making a cool, natural, and very nutritious drink. If you live near the suburbs, near a forest, or have a small garden, sometimes wild blackberries growing naturally are also a free gift from nature. Just wash them clean, let them drain, and they're ready to eat. In a busy world full of expensive supplements, these tiny blackberries are a gentle reminder. Sometimes the best solution comes from nature. No complicated processing, no spending a lot of money, just the right amount, regularly. Blackberries have shown us that strength doesn't lie in size, but in the silent nutritional quality behind each small berry. But at this point, I want you to keep watching, because the next fruit, and also the last on today's list, not only helps restore muscles, but also has the ability to reactivate the protein absorption mechanism, which gradually weakens with age. A golden fruit, seemingly just a light dessert, but in fact, it's a miniature nutritional laboratory. Its name is golden kiwi. There's a little talked about truth. Older adults not only lose muscle because they eat less, but also because their ability to absorb protein decreases over time. That is, even if you eat enough meat, fish, and eggs. If your digestive system no longer breaks down protein well, then those nutrients cannot be converted into new muscle tissue, and this is when golden kiwi shows its special effect. Unlike green kiwi, golden kiwi contains a rare enzyme called actinidine, a digestive enzyme capable of breaking down protein into smaller chains, helping the body absorb it more effectively, especially in the small intestine, where the main absorption of amino acids occurs. Simply put, golden kiwi is like an unlocker. It helps the body recognize protein, use it correctly to nourish muscles, and prevent it from being wasted. Not stopping there, golden kiwi has twice the amount of vitamin C as green kiwi, about 161 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams, equivalent to 180% of the recommended daily intake for older adults. The combination of vitamin C and actinidine creates a golden duo. On the one hand, it supports collagen recovery and combats muscle tissue inflammation. On the other hand, it stimulates more effective protein absorption and synthesis. But do you know how to use golden kiwi to optimize its effectiveness? Golden kiwi has a mild sweetness, not tart, is easy to eat, and very gentle on the elderly stomach. For best results, you should use it in the morning on an empty stomach, helping the actinidine enzyme work to its maximum. Combined with a little crushed walnuts and pure honey, creating a light yet muscle-nourishing breakfast. Or simply peel, slice, chill, and eat as a cool afternoon dessert. If you want to change a pace, you can blend it with sugar-free orange juice and chia seeds, making a recovery drink after walking or light exercise. A recent study on older adults showed that just one golden kiwi per day, used regularly for 3 weeks, can reduce oxidative stress in muscle tissue by up to 40%. Helping older adults recover faster after exercise, sleep more deeply, and experience less pain and fatigue at the end of the day. Golden kiwi is a worthy conclusion to today's list. A seemingly simple fruit, but it hits the most core issues of elderly health: absorption, regeneration, and retaining what is precious in the body. We have just gone through a journey together, not just to eat delicious fruits, but to clearly understand what our bodies need after age 60. Because after a certain age, muscles are no longer nourished by just eating enough, but by absorbing correctly, combining wisely, and gentle but sophisticated choices. And here are 7 types of fruit that have been scientifically confirmed to help nourish muscles, prevent muscle loss, and restore strength naturally. 1. Padron peppers. Not spicy, but warm. Help blood circulate deeply, bringing nutrients to the smallest muscle bundles. 2. Red grapes, with resveratrol and flavonoids, like a biological armor protecting muscles from degeneration, chronic inflammation, and oxidation. 3. Arbutus berries, combat silent inflammation, maintain elasticity, and increase recovery after light exercise. 4. Loquat, activates muscle regeneration thanks to ursolic acid, very effective in people experiencing muscle loss even with regular eating. 5. Prunes, supplement potassium, prevent cramps, increase recovery after exercise, and support strong bones. 6. Wild blackberries, protect both muscles and brain, helping maintain balance, prevent muscle loss, and support memory. 7. Golden kiwi, most powerful for protein absorption, with actinidine enzyme and high vitamin C, unlocking deep muscle regeneration from within. All are small, all are easy to find, but if used correctly, they will nourish every step, every reflex, every weakening muscle group without warning. Dear friends, age is not the end of strength. It is just a reminder that, from now on, every choice must be a little more sophisticated, a little more persistent, and a little more loving towards ourselves. Perhaps you once thought, "I'm old now, I can eat anything, as long as it's clean and simple." But the body is no longer the same. It needs understanding, not just habits. It needs listening, not just forcing. We don't need to change the whole world in one day. Just start with the smallest thing: one golden kiwi every morning, a glass of blackberry smoothie every afternoon, a few lightly stir-fried padron peppers at dinner. They don't make us younger, but they prevent the body from further decline. They don't turn us into athletes, but they preserve our ability to walk steadily, stand for a long time, laugh heartily, and live actively. If you want to continue receiving such gentle yet profound sharing about health, nutrition, muscle recovery, blood pressure, memory, please click subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. Which fruit will you start with first? Next video, I will be back with a new topic: 7 seemingly healthy fruits that silently weaken muscles every day. A topic that will startle many people, because sometimes we are caring for ourselves incorrectly without even knowing it. See you again on the journey to living healthy, living strong, living your golden years to the fullest.